DA is not forming part of salary. If this thing is written, then you are not supposed to take this DA for HRA for salary purpose. Deduct this 1 lakh from 1 lakh 20. What is the balance you will get? Balance is 20,000. That 20 is called taxable amount or taxable HRA. Employee contribution, it's not taxable, it's a deduction, but we will not give the deduction under salary. We will give deduction under total income of that particular employee. Hello everyone, I am Arun Kumar, lecturer in Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram, first grade college, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, welcome to this new session number 3 on unit number 3, that is income from salary, which is there for 5th SEM BCom students who are studying under University of Mysuru. So dear students, the last session we discussed about what is Provident Fund and what are the types of Provident Fund we have, and also we discussed about 2 adjustments which are related to computation of income from salary. So those adjustments we discussed. Those adjustments are HRA, that is house rent allowances, and also we discussed about rent-free accommodation. So dear students, in this particular session, we are going to solve a few problems with respect to computation of income from salary. So the first problem, it goes like this: compute taxable salary of Arun. Okay, compute taxable salary of Arun. So salary, how much is receiving? Rupees 5 lakh. You may consider it as a basic salary, and is receiving dearness allowance of rupees 20,000, house rent allowance of rupees 1,20,000, actual rent paid by Arun is 1,50,000, and place of service, where he is serving? Where he is serving? He is serving in Chennai. And CCA. So CCA is nothing but city compensatory allowance. It is rupees 200 per month, and medical allowance is rupees 100 per month. So by using this information, we are supposed to compute the total salary earned by Mr. Arun. Okay. So now, if you go with the first thing, so to solve the problem, mainly you're supposed to make 3 columns, or if the information are very limited, you can go with the 2 columns, that is particulars amount. So what is the first point we have? Salary. So what is the salary we have? Is rupees 5 lakh. So salary is rupees 5 lakh. We write down 5 lakh. What is the second point we have? DA, right? That is dearness allowance. How much it is? It is rupees 20,000. 20,000. So what is the next point we have? House rent allowance. So as I said in the earlier class itself, or in the previous session itself, so to compute house rent allowances, we are supposed to solve the adjustment. So here I already solved the adjustment with respect to house rent allowances, that is HRA received. So what is the HRA received given in the problem? Yes, it is rupees 1,20,000. HRA is rupees 1,20,000, and rent paid is how much? 1,50,000. So these 2 information is sufficient to compute the value of HRA. So HRA received is 1,20,000. Less least of the below. Less least of the below. In that, the first point again, HRA received rupees 1,20,000, and the second point, rent paid less 10% of salary. Rent paid less 10% of salary. So what is the rent paid? Yes, it is 1,50,000 less 10% of salary. So now what is salary? Salary means basic salary, DA and commission. Basic salary, DA and commission. So here you can see salary is given, that is the basic salary is given, DA is given, and commission is not given. So DA is given, but DA is not part of retirement benefit, that is not mentioned. Here you can see DA is not forming part of salary. If this thing is written, then you are not supposed to take this DA for HRA for salary purpose. So now we will be taking only this 5 lakh rupees, not the 20,000 rupees. Okay, we will be taking only 5 lakh there. So DA is nil and commission is also nil. Basic salary is 5 lakh. So now what is the total? 5 lakh. So this 5 lakh is salary for computation of HRA. So on this, if you compute 10%, how much you'll get? Yes, obviously 50,000 you'll get. So 1,50,000 rent paid minus 50,000, how much you'll get? You'll get 1 lakh. How much you will get? 1 lakh. Next, 50% of salary, because he is working in a metro city. Chennai is a metro city. You are supposed to take 50% of salary. So what is 50% of this 5 lakh? Yes, obviously it is 2,50,000. You will take 2,50,000 here. So 2 lakh 50, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 20. In these three, which is the least amount? Yes, 1 lakh rupees is the least amount. Deduct this 1 lakh from 1 lakh 20. What is the balance you will get? Balance is 20,000. That 20 is called taxable amount or taxable HRA. So now in the problem, we write HRA 20,000. HRA 20,000. Okay. So next one, what we have after HRA? We have actual rent is finished. Place of service also finished. CCA. What is the CCA? We have 200 per month. So 200 per month CCA, 200 per month into 12 months. So always if it is given in months, if it is given per month, then you are supposed to convert it into 12 months. So 200 into 12, you will get 2,400. Next thing is CCA is given, it is finished. Next, medical allowances 100 per month. So 100 into 12 months, 1,200. 100 into 12 months, 1,200. Just total this. Just total this. You'll get the total. 5 lakh plus 20, 5 lakh 20, 5 lakh 20 plus 20, 5 lakh 40, 5 lakh 41,200, 5 lakh 43,600. 5 lakh 43,600. Okay. Next, less deduction. This 5 lakh 43,600 is called what? Gross salary. 5 lakh 43,600 is called gross salary. From gross salary, less standard deduction. So always there is a standard deduction of rupees 50,000 under income from salary. There is always a standard deduction under income from salary of rupees 50,000. So deduct this 50,000. So if you deduct 50,000, you will get the balance. So what is the balance? It is 4,93,600. The balance is 4,93,600. This is called taxable salary. This is how we are supposed to solve the problem while we are solving under income from salary. So let us move on to the second problem. Problem number 2. Mr. Ruddhi is working as manager in LMS Company Limited at Mumbai. His particulars of income for the previous year are as follows. He is working in Mumbai as a manager and the information with respect to his job is given. So basic salary 25,000 per month. What we are supposed to do into 12 months you are supposed to do. How much you will get? Nearly you will get 3 lakh rupees, right? You will get 3 lakh rupees basic salary. Next, DA 70% of basic salary, but it is not a part of salary. We will take the amount as DA, but while you are computing HRA, you will not be considering it. So DA 70% of basic salary. So what is the basic salary? 3 lakh. On that, if you do 70%, so 7 3s are 21. You will get 2,10,000. So 2,10,000 will be the DA. Next, CCA is given 500 per month into 12 months. How much you will get? You will get 6,000. Correct? Next, traveling allowances 600 rupees per month, but is spent only 300. That means we are giving him 600, but he spent only 300. So whatever the amount is spent, 300, this 300 will be exempt. The remaining 300 will be taxable. So the remaining 300 into 12 months, so 3,600 will be taxable. Next, entertainment allowances 1,600 per month into 12 months. So how much you will get? Nearly you will get how much? So 16 plus 3,200, that is 19,200. Okay. Next, bonus equals to 2 months of basic salary. So what is the basic salary here? 25,000, right? So 25,000 into 2, how much you will get? 50,000 is the bonus. Next, medical reimbursement is given 60,000 and the treatment is taken in private hospital. That we will see the adjustment. Next, children education allowance 800 per month for 2 children. He is giving 800 per month for 2 children. But in children education allowances, we have the adjustment, that is, it is exempt up to only 100 rupees per child, maximum of 2 children for 12 months. So exemption limit is what? 100 per child, maximum of 2 children for 12 months. The remaining amount is taxable. So in this 800, 100 into 2 is exempted. Remaining 700 into 2 into 12 is taxable. Next, he contributes 15% of his salary to RPF and company also contributes. Okay, fine. Water bill 8,000, electricity bill 5,000 paid by the company, that is called perquisites, and he paid 2,400 rupees of per annum as professional tax. That is, he is paying, he is not receiving. It's an expenditure for him. It's a deduction. It comes under section 16 under deduction. Okay, this is the information. Based on this, we are supposed to solve the problem. So, computation of income from salary for the assessment year 2023-24. So basic salary, as we already calculated it, 25,000 into 12 months, you'll get 3 lakh rupees. Next, DA, 70% of basic salary. Yes, it is 2,10,000. So basic salary is 3 lakh. On it, if you compute 70%, obviously you'll get 2,10,000. CCA, as we already computed, 500 into 12 months, we will get 6,000. Next, educational allowances. Yes, how much is providing? Yes, is providing 800 rupees for 2 children for 12 months. How much you will get? It is 19,200. He is providing 19,200, but what is the standard deduction we have under income tax rules? Up to 100 rupees we can deduct, that too for 2 children for 12 months. Okay, 100 rupees per child, maximum of 2 children for 12 months. How much you will get? 2,400. In this 800 or in this 19,200, 2,400 is exempt. The remaining amount 16,800 is taxable. Next, entertainment allowances. Yes, as we already calculated, it is 19,200. Bonus equals to 2 months of basic salary. It is given in the problem. So 25,000 into 2 months. How much you'll get? You'll get 50,000. Next, medical reimbursement. If he is getting any reimbursement from his employer, if he is getting any medical reimbursement from his employer, then it is exempted up to 15,000 and the remaining excess amount is taxable. So he is getting 60, in that 15 is exempt. What is the balance amount? Yes, it is 45,000. Next, traveling allowances. Yes, it is given how much he spent in traveling allowances. 300 spent and he received 600. So for 600, it comes to 7,200 for 12 months, but less amount spent. What is the amount spent? 300 into 12 months, you'll get 3,600. The balance 3,600 is taxable. And moving further, employer contribution to RPF. Employer contribution to RPF at 15% of salary. So here, salary means what? Again, what we discussed in the previous session about HRA salary. Okay, the same salary will be considered to compute 15% of the RPF. So salary means basic DA commission. So in this problem, yes, you can see basic salary is given, DA is given, but it is not a part of salary, and commission is not at all given. So we are not taking DA because it is not part of salary. That should be mentioned in the problem that DA is a part of salary. Then only we will be taking DA for computation of salary for the purpose of HRA or for the purpose of RFA. So here, basic salary 25,000 per month into 12, you will get 3 lakh rupees. DA we are not taking and commission is not given. So if you compute 15% on 3 lakh rupees, 3 lakh into 15%, how much you will get? Yes, obviously you will get 45,000. But we have the exemption limit, exempt up to 12% of salary. Whatever the amount, how much ever the amount you receive towards the RPF. If employer is paying, how much ever he wants to pay, let him pay. But it is exempt up to 12% of salary. So what is salary again? 3 lakh rupees into 12%. So how much you will get? You will get 36,000. So 45 minus 36, balance 9,000. That balance 9,000 is taxable. Next one, water bill paid by employer. Yes, it is 8,000. It is mentioned in the problem. Electricity bill paid by the employer, 5,000. And now total it. If you total it, you will get the total of 6,72,600. 6,72,600. From that, less standard deduction of 50,000. This is always fixed. Standard deduction, it is always fixed. And also less professional tax he is paying. If employer pays, then we will take here. If employee pays, then we will take as a deduction. Employee pays here, so it's a deduction 2,500. So now deduct 50,000 and 2,500 from 6,72,600. The balance is 6,20,200. that is called income from salary. Okay, that 6,20,200 is called income from salary. So this is how you are supposed to solve the problem under income from salary. I hope all of you understood. The thing is, you have to keep in mind about few adjustments like children education allowances or reimbursement of medical bill, or the adjustment relating to HRA or rent-free accommodation. Like that kind of adjustment you should keep in mind. So next one, problem number 3. Sri Rajiv furnished the following particulars of his income for the financial year 2022-23. So he given the information, the salary, that is the basic salary, is 15,000 per month, dearness allowances 1,250 per month, entertainment 1,000 per month, employer contribution and employee contribution to RPF is 24,000 each. Okay, here employee is also contributing, employer is also contributing, but employee contribution comes under deduction. Okay, it is not taxable. Employee contribution, it's not taxable, it's a deduction, but we will not give the deduction under salary, we will give deduction under total income of that particular employee. Next, interest on provident fund 9.5%, 19,000. CCA, city compensatory 200 per month. Medical allowances 10,000 rupees. It is not mentioned in per month, so we will take only 10,000 rupees and we will not multiply it into 12 months. Next, he has been provided with facility of an unfurnished house by the employer in a town population less than 10 lakh. That means he provided the quarters, the employer provided the quarters to the employee where the population is less than 10 lakh, for which the employer charges 500 per month. The fair rent is 30,000 per annum. The house is owned by the employer. So you can easily understand that this is relating to rent-free accommodation. Next, the employer has employed him for a sweeper at 200 per month and a servant at 750 per month. Okay, so this is the information which is provided. Compute the taxable income under the salary for assessment year 2023-24. So you are supposed to find out the income from salary under the head of income from salary for the assessment year 2023-24. So let us solve the problem. Salary. Okay, salary. So what is the basic salary given in the problem? Here you can see 15,000. So if you compute 15,000 into 12 months, how much you will get? Yes, you will get 1,20,000. Next, dearness allowances is given. How much? Yes, it is 1,250 per month into 12 months. You will get 15,000. Next, entertainment allowances is given as rupees. How much? 1,000 per month. If you compute it, you will get 12,000. And city compensatory allowances. Yes, city compensatory allowances is how much? Is giving 200 per month into 12 months is rupees 2,400. Medical allowances, it is 10,000 given, the lump sum amount, we have taken 10,000. And employer's contribution to RPF in excess of 12%. So here directly we have taken. Okay, how much he is contributing? He is contributing rupees 24,000. Employer is contributing 24,000. If you compute 12% of salary, you take how much? 1,80,000. Then if you compute on it, the remaining balance, how much ever you get? That is 2,400. Only 2,400 is taxable. Okay. Next, sweeper facility is provided. So rupees 2,400. Next, servant facility is provided 9,000 rupees. And concession in rent. So for concession in rent, you can see the adjustment here. That is for rent-free accommodation. So they have mentioned that the house is provided by the employer and the population is less than 10 lakh. Okay, it is very easy to solve it. Here you can see computation of value of rent-free accommodation. So the population is less than 10 lakh, right? The population is less than 10 lakh. Then how much you are supposed to take? You are supposed to take 7.5% of salary. So here salary means what? All basic DA, commission, bonus and all taxable allowances. So here you can see we have taken all those items. The total is 15,330. So on this total, if you compute 7.5%, you will get how much? 15,330 and less rent charge. So what is the rent charge? Yes, the rent charge here is 500 per month. So into 12 months, how much you will get? You will get 6,000. So from 15,330, deduct 6,000, balance is 9,330. that 9,330 is concession. That is value of rent free accommodation, RFA. That is 9,330. So if you add that 9,330, then grand total it, you'll get 2,42,530. That is called gross salary. And give the standard deduction of 50,000, you'll get the balance. That balance is 1,92,530. That is called taxable salary. That is called taxable salary. So this is how you are supposed to compute. And now move on to the next problem, problem number 4. Yes, here we are with problem number 4. Mr. Raghu has furnished the following details. Compute his taxable salary income for the assessment. So basic salary is getting 48,000 per month and you are supposed to make it into 12 months. DA 1,200 per month, again into 12 months. CCA 2,000 into per month into 12 months. HRA how much is receiving? 3,000 per month into 12 we will do it. And he paid the rent of 6,000 per month. That also we multiply with 12 months. Next bonus is receiving 20,000 and children education allowance 400 per month for 2 children. And medical allowances is receiving 1,000 per month. Conveyance allowances rupees 200 per month and is spent only 150 for the specific purpose. And he and his employer contributes 15% of salary towards RPF and he has been provided with a small car. Yes, he is provided with a small car. Now, we will solve the problem. So, basic salary, what is the basic salary received by that person? Yes, the basic salary is rupees 48,000 per month. So, 48,000 into 12 months, you will get 5,76,000. And the second one is DA 1,200 per month into 12 months. How much you will get? You will get 14,400. Next, CCA is given. CCA is how much? Yes, it is 2,000 per month. 2,000 into 12 months, how much you will get? 24,000. And children education allowances, how much he is giving as an employer? He is giving 400 per child. So 400 per child for 2 children into 12 months, you will get 9,600. But less exempt up to maximum exemption is how much? Yes, as I said, it is 100 per child, maximum of 2 children. Into 12 months, it is 2,400, balance 7,200, outer column. Next, HRA received. So I have solved the HRA in this column itself. I have not taken extra column to solve the adjustment. So what is the HRA received? 3,000 into 12 months. You will get 36,000. Less least of the below. In that first one, HRA received again 36,000. Rent paid minus 10% salary. What is the rent paid here in the problem? Yes, he is paying 6,000 per month. So 6,000 into 12 months, you will get 72,000 minus 10% of salary. Minus 10% of salary. So in this problem, again we are taking only basic salary because commission is not given and DA is not a part of retirement benefit. So you're supposed to take 5,76,000 into how much? Yes, 10% of salary you're supposed to take. If you deduct it, you'll get the balance of 12,960 and 40% of salary. Again on this, you're supposed to compute 40% on 5,76,000. If you compute 40%, you will get 2,36,160. So in these three, which is the least? 12,960 is the least. Deduct 12,960 from 36, you'll get the balance 23,400. So here, in these three, if you take the least amount and you take it to the inner column. So that is the least amount is 12,960. From 36,000 deduct this 12,960, you'll get the balance of 23,040 rupees. That 23,040 rupees is taxable HRA. So this is how you are supposed to compute the HRA, and that too in the problem column itself, you need not to put a separate column for computation of HRA. So moving further, bonus. Yes, bonus is how much? It is rupees 20,000 and medical allowances 1,000 per month into 12 months. How much you will get? 1,000 into 12 months, you will get 12,000. And conveyance allowances, yes, it is 2,400, but 1,800 is exempt. Why only 1,800 is exempt? Here you can see conveyance allowances, 150 is spent, remaining 50 is not spent. So that is why here 1800 is exempt, remaining 600 is taxable. And employer contribution to RPF, 15% of salary. So here what is salary again? Basic DA commission. So now we take this basic salary and we compute, we will get 18,560 and less exempt up to 12% of salary, and you will get 12% value 70,848. So if you deduct it, you will get 17,712, that is the taxable RFA, that is recognized provident fund. So here for computation of salary for RFA and HRA, if nothing is mentioned about DA, whether it's part of retirement or not, so what you can do, either you can consider DA as part of retirement, or you can't, or you need not to consider it. Okay, you can consider it or you need not to consider it. But if you're considering or you're not considering it, what you are supposed to do, you're supposed to put a note by stating whether you're considering it as a part of salary for HRA and RFA or not. Next one, car facility. Yes, here they are providing the car facility, that to a small car. In car facility, if employer is providing the car and if he is giving all the expenditures, and if it is maintained by the employer and if it is used for personal and private purpose, then for car we will be computing 1800 and for driver we will be computing 900 if it is a small car. If it is large car, we will be computing 2400 for car and 900 for driver. So in car, if the car facility given by the employer and if it is maintained by the employer, then for small car it is 1800, for driver 900, for big car 2400 and for driver 900. So for driver it is constant 900 in both large and small car. So here he provided a small car. So if you compute the value for 12 months, you will get 21,600, 10,800, total of 32,400. Now total the outer column. Total the outer column, you will get the total of 7,27,352. From this, deduct the standard deduction. The standard deduction always it is 50,000. The balance you will get is 6,77,352 rupees. This is called income from salary or taxable salary. So I hope all of you understood how to solve the problem under the head of income from salary. So I'll wind up this session. I'll come up with few more new topics in the upcoming session. Until then, thank you all. Have a nice day. Namaste.